I start with a haiku. I always think you should warn people about a haiku because they're short. And you've only got to copy, it's gone. But it's the title poem, so don't cough. Haiku. This blank page is grey. I shall write rain and cloud here, but remember blue. I'm sort of in the footsteps of these other poets, and I've sort of expressed myself in various ways in my life, but reading poetry out loud, writing poetry is something more revealing and more self-expressive. And it's a bit of a nervous moment you step onto a stage, and that's why this is called 4-minute song. Furniture auctioned, old letters boxed. Why are they no help to me now? A father's photography, tricycle days, landscapes once playgrounds, small hands held by ghosts. Why no help those 4-minute songs? The Beatles' raw anthems of hope, Rachmaninoff's G minor tragedy, no longer bring a tear. The Russians' melancholy fitted me once, like the thrill of Gaulois cigarettes. Moving away from familiar rooms, time to write my own 4-minute song, to sing unaccompanied this time. This is also a true story. I count on my fingers all the time. And I'm fascinated by where the sentences fit. 2 hands, 1 hand, 4 hands. This is called 10-finger exercise. And I think it's about writing poetry. I've always spelt words on my fingers. It's the way I talk to myself. At first, it was checking the spelling, but then certain words became special, those that fitted on all 10 digits. 2 handfuls of consonants and vowels. Achievement, I found, is 1 letter too long. Success, 3 too short. Friendship is cosily perfect, with every finger flexed. Loneliness, less alone, as a comforting 10-letter word. I find power and in phrases and sentences that make a neat fit on both hands. It's an obsessive's pleasure in precision. This is good, I think, counting to 10. We have found a way of talking, me and my finger songs. You can do it, they sing, when I'm nervous. Yes, yes, I can, I type back. My fingers are silent cheerleaders. I need their help to go on. Some words and phrases sound warnings. I love you is 2 fingers short. Happiness misses by 1, but frightened makes 10 and feels like a hug. It's somewhere to bury my head. Hands and brain unite to chant mantras, like a pianist practicing scales. Repeat them, repeat them, repeat them. I beat out these rhythms, and by counting, may keep every day finger control. I had an Uncle Joe who, when I was very, very small, used to come and visit with his family, and other members of my extended family. And there was one year when I was extremely little, I was 4 or 5. They all came for Christmas, and then they all went. And many years went by, and Uncle Joe died. And his son sent a letter saying, my dad used to make amateur movies, and he's got a lot of movies of your family on Christmas and around Christmas when they came to stay. A long, long, long time ago. And I saw it for the first time within the last 10 years. This is called Home Movie, which I dedicate to my elder brother who died 7 years ago, called Graham. Home Movie. Flickering monochrome from another time. 2 small boys at a 5-bar gate. Movie making on a winter's day. Brothers waving goodbye. The 6-year-old is the star of the show, center of attention, master of the universe, confidently center screen. The 4-year-old is the witness, not there for the record, not there to be seen. His inner camera is rolling. We look at each other, me and me, separated by all those years. Our eyes meet in recognition, something forgotten, revealed. Don't get it wrong, the little boy says, with a shyly knowing squint. You know I know who you are. Do you remember me? I was asked by a Mormon to write a poem, and I'd never met a Mormon before, and she was, I shouldn't say it Johnny, but she was surprisingly nice and liberal and friendly, and she said she was wanting to collect a group of poems dealing with good and evil, and I said to her, would you mind if you asked somebody who wasn't totally sure about evil, but I'll have a go. And I didn't really know what I was going to do, but actually it's possibly the quickest poem I've ever written. And it's called The Tale of an Apple and a Sausage. And it was the first poem I had published. The Tale of an Apple and a Sausage. My dog stole the sausage. He knew it was wrong. No, he knew I was cross. Well, he knew I could hurt him. He ate it anyway. I ate the apple. They gave it to me, the naked couple, man and wife. They got it from a snake who knew just what they were like. They knew it was wrong. No, they knew there'd be trouble. They ate it anyway. They felt the punishment, and so do we. They got chucked out. They lost out. God's pets at play in the garden, free from knowledge, understanding, and pain. I ate that apple. It was okay, juicy in parts with a bitter core. Not what you expect, but no point in spitting it out. The only poem I've written based on a photograph, and it was a photograph of a rat. And the poem is called High Flyer. Small rat with big brown eyes, up above the world so high. Why so surprised on the ride of your life? Did you never dream of upward propulsion, or imagine the rush of aerodynamics? Fluffily plump, puffed up and rounded, speed away from us here, a creature of air, thrilled or unnerved, your little feet dangling. A Walt Disney rodent, so cute, almost cuddly, suspended up there in the bald eagle's grip. scampering earthbound, did you never look up? Did no one tell you there are powers above? They snatch us away without warning. This is a true story. I used to work in television and met a lot of very, 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 very famous people. And I met also quite a lot of people I really admired. The two didn't necessarily go together. But two people I did meet, I got to know very well over a period of time, were poets. One was Allen Ginsberg, and the other was his friend, partner, and not always friend, Peter Orlovsky. And I was there filming in Allen Ginsberg's apartment in New York, in the Lower East Side, when Peter Orlovsky made an unscheduled appearance at a window. Naked Man. It was a fourth-floor apartment on the Lower East Side. Fire escapes to the street, New York style. Sulfur fumes and grimy brick, tenements dressed in steel. Inside, up there, the literary Buddhist, incense, chimes, and books. Inhaled serenity, lotus position, a world apart from below. Then, at the window, the naked man, with a victory grin that soon fades. Not wanted, he sees. He knew it before, but too high now to turn and go down. An old romance reduced to this, the sad, anguished face of the poet priest and the crazed, desperate naked man holding their past on the frayed climbing rope. Don't jump, don't howl, accept the pain. It often ends like this. Going back to the Mormon and Good and Evil, this is a poem called Eve. Adam and Eve keeps popping up in my life. I'm not quite sure why. Got a son called Adam as well. Eve. He'd left Eden neglected when he fell, tree nest bereft, feet concrete set, gone. Eve saw the end, ever the sleek, serpent-tempted femme, left there with all the work. She's next. And these are short, so I just want to make sure I don't. The Hummingbird Feeder. Hummingbirds I'd never seen before, but I've seen photographs, I've seen them on film. I'd never seen one sort of here as a hummingbird, and they're wonderful, lively, frenetic things. And I'd never seen hummingbird feeders, which are really gaudy red plastic things with sugary syrup in. And people in America, and I think in Italy as well, I don't know, but in America where I was, they hang them in their porches. And you think, why have they hung this hideous piece of red plastic in their porch? And then you see the hummingbird. Hummingbird Feeder. The Sanctuary, the New Jersey porch, wisteria branches cling colonnaded, a wicker table set hospitably, temperature sultry, gin icy, the dash of bitters a sanguinary note. I flew there once in July. Sheltering there too, the Hummingbird Feeder, sucrose nectar in brightly red plastic, drunk on the wing by frantic creatures sustained by sweetness rocks. I'm going to bring this to an end with a poem called The Sea Says. The sea says, remember me. I showed you how to drown, teaching you rejection in my waves' embrace. Those body shocks, the terror, were your birthing pains. You battled for breath, lungs filled with rage when I took your merman's tail. I washed you up, threw you back, you crumpled on the shore, choking for rebirth, bloodied on the rocks. You stood fist-toed, granite-grazed, asphyxiated fish died at your feet. I'm your paramour on golden days. I hold you in my arms, whispering warm-breathed promises I can never keep. Float free, shed your fear, embrace the day, be calm. I muffle earthly pains for you and let you drift, caressed, speaking of eternity, all bodies joined with mine. You know I lie. I'm not your friend. It was you who invented my smiling face. Walk the shores, enjoy the views, let sweet water lull you. My tide will turn. You know that too. I prepared you for this.